All right. Hey, hi, everyone. My name is Pekka Abrahamsson. I'm professor of software engineering at Tampere University. Here in Tampere University, I lead the GPT-Lab, where we focus on large language models in software engineering. We have 35 researchers, and we are growing quite fast. But enough of that. I really want to thank you for you participating in this year's XP conference and our workshop on AI and Agile. And I'm very sorry that I cannot be there, but I promise that I say a few words here in the beginning to get your dialogue going and to talk about the disappointment that I'm feeling and the whole field is feeling right now with the advancement of the AI in practice. I mean, if we start with one, like a gigantic thing that has happened, and we can call it a huge success. So before, just a few years ago, at the end of 22 year, 80% of the software code was actually manually written, and only 20% came with, let's say, algorithmic software development. And now that has turned around. So 80% of the software today is written by AI. And that is actually a huge thing for the industry. Our profession is in crisis. We don't talk about that too much, but it hasn't automatically become a big success. Now, there are these several layers of automation and how we become better and you know, digitalization was a big thing a few years ago, but that ended with the Excel and email. And many of you still send an email, and that's terrible. We should not be communicating with emails, but we do, and that's human. And to help us, we have had this huge success with all sorts of AI agents, not the agents, the helpers, assistants. And everybody knows Copilot. So actually where the world today is, in my opinion, is that we have reached this ultimatum. It's called GitHub Copilot or M365 Copilot or Microsoft Copilot or whatever Copilot it is. And that's the end of the world. Did you know that in the beginning of year 24, there were 500 AI assistants already available? That's a huge number. By end of year 24, there are 2,150 AI assistants available. And what do? We use Copilot, and our companies, our heads of the software companies, those that define the policies, say that it's enough with the Microsoft stuff. Sorry, I like Microsoft, not that much. But anyway, so I think that we should move beyond. We know that in software world, this cursor is the cool thing. And now there's a white coding with Lovable and all that stuff. And but the real benefits are still not gathered by these cooler ways of developing software. It's actually coming when the AIs are going into the processes. And that's what we software engineers are trying to help companies to do. And that's called the era of agentic AI. Now that should take us from the assistants to actually getting those productivity promises that have been made. And that would lead to actually that, our customers are already demanding us to systems that are more friendly. Imagine, my 80 years old mom is watching TV with the, I don't know how long the remote control these days is, but why is that? Why cannot she just say that I want to see channel 1? And that's what the AI has brought to us, and we have to get ready. But there's one more thing I want to say that nobody talks about. Now the fourth level here, when we have the assistants, when we have the AI in the processes, when we have the customer-facing AI innovations, is making new business with that AI that has just come about. And with all those data that we have, there's so many opportunities, and we should talk about that much more. But here, today, we are in the death valley. And we are in the death valley as long as we are bound by the policies, not letting use a wide range of different language models, different tools, different assistants, and we need those agents in place. And my final point here, I want you guys to get now discussing about what's your disappointment, how things are going. I want to conclude this by saying we in Europe, we need more foundational language models. It's not enough to have the US models, to have the Chinese models out there, and maybe a few from Europe. We need many more. So with those words, thanks our Thomas to run this workshop and all the team who has been organizing. I wish you a great day there, and I see hopefully you next time. Thank you. Pekka ending my talk right now. Bye-bye.